The add columns, we discussed a column from examples yesterday, right? Okay. So in the so yesterday we discussed about the date related columns. Okay. Suppose if it is a character related column, if it is a character related column, how this column from examples will work? See here from selection. Okay. So I'm selecting a segment column and click on from selection. Then see the segment is a character related column, right? For character related column, what are the default options is there? Let's see here itself. Okay, so double click on the first cell. Okay, and in this cell itself, you will see the difference. See here for character related, only two options will be there. One is length of that particular segment column. Okay, one is length of the segment column. That means in the in the segment column, how many number of characters are there? It will, we can check the length of that particular one. You can check the length of that particular one. Okay, that means see in each and every cell how many number of characters are there, it will count it, it will give the result that it is length, right? So we already discussed the length option in the extract option, right? Extract something, extract option only it is there, right? So so length means it will find the number of characters in each and every cell, it will count and it will give the result. That this is the option. Okay. Another one is directly the column value. Okay. Whatever column value is there, same column value I want to get it means then you have to use the other option also. Okay. Suppose if it is I want length of this particular option. What you need to do? Double click on that one. Then automatically that option will comes in the first cell. After that, click on enter button in your keyboard. The same option will be applied for remaining rows. Understand? Click on OK. Okay. That means if it is a character related column, only two options will be there, length, or we can same as it is column value we can find it. if it is a if it is a numeric related column, if it is a numeric related column, then what are all the options will be there? Let's see. I'm selecting a length related column. Length is a numeric related data type, right? So if I'm selecting numeric related column, what are all the options are there? In the first cell, double click on that one. You will see there are number of options. Like if you want to find the length of that particular length of that particular column. Okay, see in here itself. So for each and every value in bracket, it will clearly tells from which column we need to take, what we need to apply. Everything in the bracket itself they clearly mentioned. So here see this option is for tangent, that means trigonometric related operations. If you want to calculate, if you want to calculate the square root of that particular one, see here square root of length, that means the length column it will calculate the square root. Square of the length, that means square means, that means 10 square, whatever value is there, power to the, that means square means 2 times you need to multiply with the same value. Okay, and sine value, length of the sine and everything, there are number of options will be there if I'm selecting a numeric value. Understand? So so for numeric value and character value, we need to see the length only. So but most of the times we need to use the column from examples for date related column only. Understand? So, so if it is a numeric related column, these are the options. If it is a character related column, there are other options will be there. Understand clearly? Like this, we need to see here. Okay. If suppose you want a square of the length, then this option is required means double click on that option. The option will comes in the first cell value, and after that click on enter button in your keyboard. The same option will be applied. That means if you select a date related column, there are different options will be there. If it is if you select a character related column, there are different options is there. If it is a numeric related column, see these are the options will be there. Like this, for each and every data type, the default options will be there. Understand? Not only that one, okay, in column from examples, if you want to combine the two columns, if you want to combine the two columns into a single column, if you want to combine the multiple columns into a single column, what option? What option we have to use it in Power BI? Power BI in transform data? Ajit, Santosh, anyone? If you want to combine multiple columns into a single column, what option we use it here? Ajit, are you there? What about Santosh? If you want to combine multiple columns into a single column, we have an option called merge columns, right? So by using merge columns only, we can combine multiple columns into a single column. Okay. So another option is by using column from examples also, we can combine the multiple columns into a single column. Let's see with example how we can do that one. Suppose, for example, column from here. Now the column from all columns is required here. Okay, when you click on the column from examples, from all columns, on which columns you want to combine, those columns only, values only you have to apply it here. Suppose for example, length column and square related column. Okay, whatever these two columns are there, I want to combine these two columns. Then what you need to do? See, in the first cell, whatever the length value, first cell value is there, that you have to write it. Here in the length column, what value it is there? First, first cell value, what it is there, that value you have to write manually. Okay, and after that, you have to put a delimiter, because in between the columns, you have to put a delimiter, right? So my delimiter is column. And after that, which column value you want to give? That column value. Suppose I want to give the square column also, I want to combine. The square related column, whatever the first cell value is there, that value you have to write it here itself. Understand? After column like this. Like this, if you want to combine another column, again you need to put a colon, and I want to give the year related year column also I want to come. Okay, I want to combine it. So year related, what is the first cell value is there? That value you have to give it manually here. That means 2014. Okay. And once it is done, so I want these three column values only. Then what you need to do? So once in the first cell itself, you have to give those column first row values only you have to give it. Okay. In between each and every column value, you have to give the colon. That means you have to give the delimiter. Okay. Must and should. And now once it is done, then click on enter button in your keyboard. Then see what will happen. Based on that, the same option will be applied for all those three columns, and see those columns will be combined. Click on OK. like this, it will combine. Understand? In column from example, okay, not only using the default option, we can combine the multiple columns into a single column. So if you want to combine multiple columns into a single column, you have to use column from all columns, and in that, whichever columns you want to combine, those columns first cell value you have to give it manually here itself. Those first column cell values, okay, those column first cell values you need to give it here. In between each and every column, okay, you have to give delimiter. You have to give the you have to give the delimiter. So based on that, it will be separated. So once you give the value, then click on enter button in your keyboard. Then automatically the option will be applied for all the cells in that one. Understand? Understand clearly? This is how the merged columns will works. Understand? Okay. So this is how the column from examples will works. Okay. And so in column from examples, we have to use the default option, or else we can combine the multiple columns into a single column. Okay. Next option is custom column. Okay. What is custom column will do? That means in this custom column, you can do n number of things. Okay. You can do n number of, and you click on custom column, this box is the formula bar. Okay, this in this box itself, whatever you want, you can write it in this box itself. This is the column name. Whatever column name you want to give, that column name. Okay, so here itself, custom column formula, here itself you can write the formulas here. So what is formula, Vijay? Means, see, in this custom column only, you can write M language formulas. What is that? M language formulas. Suppose, for example, if I want to generate month name from the date column, by using a date column, I want to generate a month name. For that, you have to write a formula. If you want from the date column, I want to display the month number. From the date column, I want to display the day column. From the date column, I want to display the year one. For all these things, you have to write the formula. For all these things, you have to write the formula. Okay, here, so where the M language formulas is there, when you click on learn about Power Query formulas, okay, then automatically in the so it will open the particular site itself. Okay, see here, see, this is the one. Okay, once again will tell you. So this is the, in this particular link itself, you will see all M language formulas here. Okay, so this is the link for seeing the M language formulas. So just I provided here itself. Okay, this is the M language formulas. In this, there are different categories are there. So whenever, whichever category you want, you can click on this particular category. Then if it is a date related, any output you want, date related output you want, you have to click on date function. In this date function, see, there are a number of options will be there. Date dot add days. That means in the date column, if you want to add the days of that particular one, you have to use a formula date dot add days. If you want to add the months, then date dot add months. If you want to add quarters, like this, see here, For each and everything there are, see here, like this, there are different categories of functions is there. Whichever category output you want, you just click on that and you can see it, and you can apply these formulas in the custom column in the transform data. In the transform data, in custom column only we can apply these formulas. Understand? Suppose for example, I want to display month name. For display month name, date dot. Okay. See here, for date, when you type date, automatically for all, if you want to display the month name, it is a date related. From the date only it will display the month name, right? It is a date related column, right? First you have to write date. Okay, date, and whichever option you want, you just select here the in Power BI. So whatever you type it, based on that intelligence will comes. Okay, in this, whichever function you want, you just scroll down like this and select the proper of that one. See here, I want to display a month name, right? If I want to display the month name, date dot month name function, you have to apply. Click on this particular option, then automatically date dot month name formula here it will comes inside the bracket. Okay, you have to call that particular date column here itself. Okay, what is the date column here? In the bracket here itself you can call the date column. So how can I call this date column? Means so after that, double click on this available columns. In this available columns box, in this particular table itself, what are all the columns are there, you can see, it here. Okay, whichever column you want, whichever date column you want. Okay, I want a date column, right? So here itself in available columns you can see those related columns. Whichever column you want, just double click on that, then automatically that column name will comes here, and after that, after passing a column name, close the bracket. After that, click on OK button. Then see the month name will be displayed here. Like this, there are n number of functions is there. Understand? Not only writing a functions, if you want to combine the columns, okay, in custom column also we can do it. Okay, how we can combine the multiple columns in custom column means, suppose for example, this is the column name, whatever name you want you can give it here. Okay, and here I want to combine segment and country, right? Those two columns you have to take it in between the columns. If you want to combine the columns means, in between that you have to follow some format, you have to follow some syntax here itself. That means in the in double ampersand you have to write it in between the column names, you have to write the double ampersand, and in between the double ampersand you have to pass the delimiter. That delimiter you have to pass it in the double quotes itself. Okay, in the double quotes, and whatever delimiter is there, that delimiter you have to give it and click on OK. See, those columns will be combined. But in custom column, if you want to combine the columns means, there is a rule will be there in custom column. What is that rule is, the column, whatever columns you are selected, whatever columns you want to combine, those columns must and should be in the character data type. Okay, those columns must and should be in the character data type. Okay. Okay, in the character data type we can combine, in the character data type we can combine the multiple columns. Okay, if it is a character data type only, it will combine. Suppose for example I want to combine this and this. Okay, When you combine, that means here it is a decimal related column. Here it is a character related column. These two columns, can we combine in custom column? No, we cannot. It will throw us an error. Okay, whatever columns you want to combine, those columns must and should be in the character data type. Understand clearly or not? So first to select those columns, and after that click on custom column. See immediately what will happen. Here it is. So which columns you want to combine it? See, square column and custom column, right? So those columns you have to select it, square and custom. In between those two columns, double ampersand, in between double ampersand, double quotes, inside of that one column you need to give it, and click on OK. See, immediately it will throw an error, because if you want to combine the columns in the custom column, in custom column only this is the problem, but not for other related. But merge columns or column from example, any data type column you it will combine it, but in custom column only this is the problem it will face it. Okay, in the custom column, whatever columns you want to combine it, those column must and should be in the character data type, then only it will be combined. If it is a different data type, means it is not possible to combine it. Understand clearly? This is how it will works. Understand? So next one is invoke custom function. This option is not at all required. Leave it about this option. Okay. next one is conditional column. Okay, invoke custom function is not required. Okay, next option is conditional column. In conditional column, what we need to do is, based on the condition we need to generate an outputs. You want to generate an output. Okay, so how you can write a conditional column? Suppose for example, See, I have a custom column. This is there. Okay, January, June, and based on this month name, I want to generate a month number. Remember, this is very important. Based on month name, I want to display the month number. Based on month number, I want to display the month name. If you want to generate any of these two outputs directly, there is no option is available. Understand? Based on this month name, if I want to generate month number, means directly there is no option is available. Directly there is no option is there. If based on the month number also, if it is a month number is there, based on the month number I want to generate a month name. For that also there is no direct option is there. Then what we need to do is, by using conditional column, you have to generate by your own. Suppose I want to generate based on this custom column, that means based on this month name, I want to generate a month number. Okay, then click on conditional column. In the conditional column, what you need to do is select that particular column. What is that particular column name? Custom, right? That column you have to select it. And what operator you have to select it? Equals. And what value it is there? In that particular custom column, what value is there? January. Okay. If it is in custom column, if it is January, then what output you want it? I want to generate month number, right? So that means wherever January is there, what output I need to generate? 1. Okay, like this, you have to write multiple conditions. See here again, if I want to write another condition, means click on add clause. Okay, click on add clause, the new condition will be generated. If you want to delete any of the condition, means on the same row itself, On the right side corner, you will see three dot buttons, right? Click on these three dot buttons. You will see a delete option. Click on the delete, then automatically that particular condition will be deleted. Okay, understand? If I want to add the condition means, then click on add clause. Okay, in the add clause, same, select this one, and here I'm writing February. Like this, I need to write for all the conditions, right? For only January only it is displaying one. What about the remaining things? Remaining also you have to write it. February. If it is February, then what number it is generated to? Like this. March, then 3. If it is April, if it is May, if it is June 6. Like this you have to write. Directly there is no option for based on the month name. We cannot generate month number directly. Or based on month number, if I want to display the month name, there is no direct option. By using conditional column only, you have to write it like this. Okay. Okay. And like this, generating November. For November, I'm writing. So that means if it is 5 conditions are there, up to 4 conditions by clicking on add clause, you have to write it. Last condition, you have to write it in the else part itself. In this else part itself, directly you can write this output. Okay, no need to write the condition like this. Directly you can write the output in the else part. Whatever the last condition is there, that you have to write the in the else part itself. That means 12 here. When you click on 12, that means other than this 1 to 11, if any other values are there, the for that it will return say 12 only. Understand? Like this. See here. So based on month number, month name, this is how we can generate month number. Okay. Not only this one, based on month number, if I want to generate a month name means same like that. Select this column and go to the conditional column, and here you can select like whatever the month number column is there, that you have to select it first. Okay, so this column I'm selecting, and what value is there? 1. If it is 1, what is the output we want? JAN, like this, January, like this, right? So like this, you can write all the conditions like this. Understand? This is how the conditional column will works. Next one is index column. In index column, there are 3 options are there. Okay, so first of all, what is index column? That means index column is nothing but generating a sequential values is called as index column. Okay, generating a sequential values is called as index column. In this index column, there are three options are there. From zero means, that means when you click on this option, 0 onwards, how many number of rows are there? For all the rows sequentially, the values will be generated. Click on this one. See, from 0 onwards, the values for all the rows, the values will be there here, like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all. How many number of rows is there in this particular data set? For all the rows, the sequential values will be generated. Understand? If you click on from one means from 1 onwards, the sequential values will be generated. Okay. If it is a, suppose I don't want to use from 0 and from 1. I want to generate a sequential values by my own. Then what you have to choose? You have to choose custom. Okay. When you click on custom, what will happen here? It is the, what is the starting value from where you can, suppose I want to start from second onwards. Okay. From 2 onwards, I want to start. What value increment? Increment means first value is 2. If you want to get the second value, means based on this incremental only second value will be generated. That means that incremental value unit. Suppose I am giving 2. What will happen means the first value is 2. Okay. Second value is first value plus this incremental value. How much it is? 2 plus 2, how much? 4. Next value is 4 plus again this incremental value. How much it is? 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. Like this. That means every time previous value plus incremental value will be calculated like this. Understand clearly or not? Swagat and Santosh, Ajit, Ravi. Is it clear or not?
Yes, Ajay. Yeah.
Okay, this is how the index column is created. Understand? So if you want to create by your own means, then you
Your
have to
voice is not audible. Really.
maybe it is a problem for your end, Ravi. Okay, not my end. Santosh, you are able to visual. That means your my voice is audible, right, Santosh?
Yes, yes, Ajay. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Ravi, can you please check your end?
Yeah.
Okay, so like this, index column is used like this.
I'm logging it again.
Okay, next one is duplicate column. Okay,
Yeah.
what is duplicate
Right now,
column?
right now it's clear.
Duplicate means the same copy of the column is created. What is duplicate column? So whichever column I'm selecting this column. After selecting this, when you click on duplicate column, the same copy of the column is created. Okay, this is one option to create a duplicate of the column. So another option is also there. If you want to duplicate this particular column, then what you need to do, right click on that particular column. You will see an option called duplicate column. This option also creating a duplicate column, or else in the add column you will use duplicate column option also, you can use it. Understand clearly? This is how the duplicate column will be created. Understand? Remaining options, whatever it is there, we already discussed in the transform tab as well as home tab. The same options is repeated from here itself. Okay. So next one is view tab. In this view tab, okay, the first one is query settings. If query settings means, see here in the right side, you will see the query settings pane right here. So if you want to delete that particular query settings pane, then see here, come to view tab and click on this one. the query settings tab will be disabled. Again, you need to come to the view tab and click on the query settings and you can see it. Understand? Next option is formula bar. Okay, this is the formula bar. Sometimes if this formula bar is disabled means you need to come to the view tab and uncheck this particular one, the formula bar will be deleted. If you check this particular one, the formula bar is visible. Okay, like this, the will be there. Next one is monospaced. What is monospaced means? That means whichever data set we are selected, that particular data set font size is changed. See here, when you select a monospace, the font size of the all the column values in that particular data set is changed. Understand? So like this. Okay. If you show white space, this option is not required. And next one is column quality. When you select this one, you will see in each and every column how many valid values are there, how many errors are there. In this column quality, we can clearly see for each and every column. Okay, percentage wise we can see it. Okay, most of the times we didn't use it, but in interview question they will ask what is the difference between column quality, column distribution there. Okay, column quality means for that particular column how many valid values are there, how many errors are there, how many empty values are there. In percentage wise it will show us. Okay, if you click on column distribution, that means each and every column in a graphical manner, it will shows how many distinct values are there and everything. Okay, next one is column profiling. Okay, when you select a column profiling, below that, below the data set, you will see clearly. Suppose I'm selecting this column. In this column, how many count, how many total count, how many values are there, errors, how many are there, and empty values, how many are there, distinct values, how many are there. Each and everything we can show it. And beside that, you will see in a graphical manner how what are the values are there. You can see it here. And how the graph, how many number of rows are there for 100, how many number of values are there. You can see it here clearly. Understand? This is how it will work. Understand clearly? Okay, so okay, so this is how it will view tab will set. Okay, remaining options not at all required. Okay, you already know about the other options. Tools and help tab is nothing but it is a documentation. That means if you want to in this Power BI, Microsoft will provide some videos and everything. If you want to go through that videos means by clicking on there, there are n number of videos are there. Power BI related videos or documentation, anything you can see it. Okay, see these are all the videos. Okay, some experts are building the Power BI reports. If you want, you can check it each and everything. Okay, if you want documentation also click on this one, and Power BI related documentation they will provide it here. How it will be there, how it will works and everything they will provide here itself. Understand? So, and which version of Power BI I'm using, if anyone is asking, means in the help tab, there is a about option is there. Click on the about option. Here you will see the October 2022 version. That means this is the version I'm using. If anyone is asking, October 2022 is the version I'm using here itself. You have to say this. Understand clearly? This is how the complete transform data or Power Query editor options. Okay, so in the next class, that means in the on Monday, we need to discuss this in this transform data or Power Query editor. what are the real-time scenarios things, what type of questions it will, what type of issues we are getting, how we need to resolve those issues based on this all these options that we can discuss it on Monday. Understand? Okay. Anyone having any doubts? Santosh, Ravi, Ajit.